Had to take the hat off for this one, man. But yeah, man. Back again. Step, Eski, Haze, and this the song review. A Gil Scott song, We Almost Lost Detroit. And before we even get into the song review, I just want to say Gil Scott Heron, one of my favorite artists, period. I was introduced to his music from my father. That was one of his greatest artists that he liked to study. And he wanted a great singer, great spoken word, whatever you want. I don't even know. Some people call Gil Scott Heron the first hip-hop artist. But I just wanted to give him his proper tribute, you know. But off the break, man, I want to know, Haze, what you feel about the song Gil Scott Heron, We Almost Lost Detroit? Was that your first time ever hearing that one?
Yeah. I actually played that one back. Shit. But, I'm trying to think. It's hard for me to catch him when he's singing. But I felt the pain. It felt like it was like pain in it. Like I could tell like it was something strengthened from Detroit. I guess he probably from Detroit or something, or at the time, or them times when he made the song, that it was some backlash, I guess, from against our people around them times, that because I know Detroit was black, predominantly black at one point in time. I had businesses and shit or something. Yeah, I
dealing with the same racist shit all
everywhere, and they you know, try to shut shit down, just like little Black Wall Street. Well, that's another story. But from the pain and that, it just tells me, you know, how he was just reflecting on certain areas or certain topics that would happen back then in that part of the time. I mean, in that area where motherfuckers was losing hope, you know. It just seemed like, yeah, cause like I ain't really.
Nah, like Gil, he said. No, Gil, don't get me wrong, because this is a song review, meaning, hey, y'all, we didn't get to study this song. It's just a first reaction, but of course it's a song. Gil Scott Heron, We Almost Lost Detroit, definitely is something that got to be studying, because I think he was talking about a current event. But the one thing, and I don't even know the actual event, but that lets me know that's my nigga. We need to know what the fuck he's talking about. Because like you just said, Detroit must have been a prominent place where we had out some businesses. He's not talking to the enemy when he say, we almost, he's talking about us. And I think he's talking about how somehow people yield to the traps that they set. Because he said, what about the babies? And sometimes when music get made from the soul, this is how powerful God is. A nigga could say some lyrics that genuinely means this situation, but could be so general that it can affect you. Truth is one single thing. So I don't know what he ultimately mean until I study about what about the babies, but automatically it made me think of just certain things how people have done historically in the name of fun, in the name of turn up, in the name of getting high, never really thinking about the babies. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up out here for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we complain about the babies when we already knew what we was getting into. You know what I'm saying? Or when we knew we yielding to a certain way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that stood out to me when I heard him say that. That's like the main thing when he said, what about the babies? But talk to me, Yee.
For me, of course, I felt the soul in it. Like, soon as the beat come on, like how they let that joint just ride coming in, it drew me automatically in, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was about to be some type of information he was about to give, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as he started, of course the title, it already let me think, you know, he about to tell about something that then went down, you get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna study that.
So once he was letting it be known, just the overall struggles, of course, it just made me generalize it.
The phone.
Oh. That joint dead.
Oh, man.
It made me...
It's a song, so yeah, it helps you generalize.
Yeah, it made me generalizing in the sense of basically me hearing that and thinking...
Can I see your Google real quick?
Me hearing that and thinking the losing Detroit, it make me feel like... I'm just saying any sense of a gentrification...
Yeah.
And taking out whatever from us. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I was feeling just hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like...
It was like an outcry.
Yeah, like we can't just, you know, let them tell us who we are. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stand up and be great. You know what I'm saying? So that jump, it was a wake up for me. You know what I'm saying? It was like a, man, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Before you don't have nothing to call yours. You know what I'm saying? Which we already feel like that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's another thing I was gonna say. It brought me back to the times now. It just lets me know how things probably got easier from back then, but it got harder now. Cause shit is way harder than it was back then.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it
got easy a little bit, but it's harder.
The harder part is the harder that we make for ourselves. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
some cases.
It's like fighting certain situations to get in certain positions only to fumble when you get in the position. You get what I'm saying?
And really,
as they say, take 2 steps forward to take 5 steps back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hustling backwards.
That's their plan working, because they did that to niggas. They programmed.
But we can't keep thinking that.
They made niggas.
No, that's the problem.
Because they made our ancestors.
Look at what he just said in the song. He's not saying they almost took Detroit. He's saying we almost lost it. Yeah. That's us not stepping up and doing what the fuck we need to do to stop keep talking about, oh, it's they do this and that. You get what I'm saying? That's just how I took it. Like, we done heard about what they done, what they. We done heard that shit. I'm tired of that. It's time to take accountability. That's what I was taking from what he was saying in that song.
Let me share some with him. It say the song "We Almost Lost Detroit," which shares its title with the 1975 John G. Fuller book of the same name, recounts the story of the nuclear meltdown at the Enrico Fermi, I guess, nuclear generating station near Monroe, Michigan in 1966. Because remember he said they were 1 second away from annihilation. I heard him say that in this. It was performed. Oh, they was doing testing right there, not giving a fuck about the people in Detroit. Like, they already know if the shit don't go, it's just gonna kill some niggers. You get what I'm saying? But it was performed at the No Nukes concert in September of 1979 at Madison Square Garden. This song was also contributed to the okay. So that's what it was about. So let me go to some of my man lyrics. Can I share some of the lyrics with y'all, man? See what Gil was talking about. Verse 1, he say, it stands out on the highway like a creature from another time. It inspires the babies' questions. What's that? For their mother as they ride. But no one stopped to think about the babies or how they would survive. And we almost lost Detroit this time. How will we ever get over losing our minds? Just 30 miles from Detroit, there stands a giant power station. It ticks each night as the city sleeps. Seconds from annihilation, but no one stopped to think about the people or how they would survive. And we almost lost Detroit this time. How will we ever get over losing our minds? Verse 3. The sheriff of Monroe County had, I'm sure enough, disaster on his mind. And what would Karen Silkwood say to you if she was still alive?
That's what the name I want to know.
Yeah, we got to study that. That when it comes to people's safety, money wins out every time. Hold on, that's powerful.
I heard when he said
that when it comes to people's safety, money wins out every time. And we almost lost Detroit this time. How would we ever get over losing our minds? Verse 4. Hey, but hold on real quick. That's my man, though, cuz. No bullshit. These motherfuckers is choosing money. I mean, this ain't nothing that we don't know. They're choosing. My father said they put death in everything. And they not even, look, they so greedy. They're not even giving away the death. Our people so lost as a people, we're paying to die. We pay for the snicker. When will we ever get over losing our mind? It's some deep shit going on with self at the end of the day. But, whew. Verse 4. You see, we almost lost Detroit that time. Almost lost Detroit that time. And never would we ever get over. Because odds are, we're going to lose somewhere one time. Odds are, we're going to lose somewhere sometime. And how would we ever get over losing our minds? How would ever we get over losing our minds? Didn't they decide when we almost lost Detroit that time? Damn near totally destroyed one time. People all over the world knew, say, didn't you know? People all over the world know, say, didn't you know when? We almost lost Detroit. Damn near totally destroyed. Yes. Or will one morning see it clear as day? I'm sitting here giving you a warning. That's how he ended it. He's sitting there giving us a warning. Based on the lyrics, and we can rap based on the lyrics, like, what's up? What do the people get? I want y'all to make sure y'all comment and tell us what y'all get from the lyrics. But to me, it's clear.
Shit. I just... So basically, it was some nuclear shit.
But to me, I took it like the song.
Real...
I think the whole song wasn't about that. I think he was just talking about shit, period.
Yeah, like a
in
Curtis
Detroit.
Mayfield. That's what he kind of gave me a feel of, like a Curtis, you know, like that revolutionary.
Because he talking about, I don't know which situation when he talking about, we got to study the lady, when he mentioned the sheriff, and he said, what would Karen Silverwood think if she was alive?
Karen Silkwood.
Karen you looked her up? Oh, yeah, look her up real quick. Fuck it, we going to educate the people. We got time. Karen Silkwood. But that's the type of music I'm inspired by, with a person that's going to trigger me to study, because we got to study. And I've been slipping, y'all. I haven't really studied in a minute.
Karen Gay Silkwood was an American chemical technician and labor union activist known for raising concerns about corporate practices related to health and safety of workers in a nuclear factory. She died November 13, 1974, Crescent, Oklahoma. I think that's what it ain't the OK. What's that mean?
With the OKC?
Nah, I just say okay.
Yeah, that's a I think it gotta be.
So she worked for the chemical plant, shit.
Yeah,
so she basically was probably giving niggas game as far as to prevent certain things from happening.
She probably was one of the people that was policing.
She was raising concerns about corporate practices related to health and safety of workers in the nuclear factory. Like you were saying, they was doing them tests and shit on. She probably was like red flagging them niggas. She probably was working with them, but then found some shit out. You know, like how the movies be showing nowadays.
She was on the inside. She had information. people died over information.
Follow her mysterious
That
death,
they willing to let niggas die
coverage
to save some bread or to, you know what I'm saying?
Kern G. Silkwood. But that's so, I feel productive with that. She got killed?
Yeah, I just saying it. You hear me?
Say that part again.
Following her mysterious death, which received extensive coverage, her estate filed a lawsuit against chemical company Kerr McGee, which was eventually settled for $1.3 million, $38 million. Her story was chronicled in Mike's Narcos 1983 Academy Award nominated film Silkwood, in which she was portrayed.
So that's a movie.
That's a movie we gotta go watch.
Meryl Streep. Let me see Meryl Streep.
And the name of the movie called Silkwood.
So Meryl Streep starred in it?
Yeah, that's her, Meryl Streep.
She starred in it. She played her.
Okay. And it's called Silkwood.
Silkwood is the name of the movie.
It's called Silkwood.
Yeah.
Go watch Silkwood.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's Meryl Streep.
We got to look at that. We got to look at that. That's some powerful shit. So, okay, now we break down my man Lyric.
Right.
He's basically saying even after her death, they're still being wicked with the nuclear shit. And he's letting you know he's educated.
It's possibly something they already knew.
What would y'all, what would Kern G. Silkwood say if she was alive? Hey, Gil a bad motherfucker, man.
It's just like
Gil a bad motherfucker, man. Because I'm gonna be real, bruh. I love learning about our people, our story, our struggle, what we fought for. Bruh, we just learned something from just listening to a song.
Kern was white though. Just want to let y'all know this.
Yeah, I seen it.
But we learned it from Gil.
No bullshit.
Kern was white.
Bet. So all the people that's watching that thirst for knowledge, make sure y'all study that. We done gave references. You know, they kill our people. And everybody don't always have the big story or they sweep it under the rug. This shit, so they lying to us when they saying our people only die because we in these, this person might be the thug or he's in that environment. No, they trying to kill anybody that's about the truth. It's a white lady that policed a certain corporation that was corrupt.
And she did it for the people.
And did it for the people, and she's gone. But we live in a time now where, but God said it. He said in the last days, the old will be against the young. And the young, hey, matter of fact, we in them times. Look at hip hop. Bone versus Migos. Old versus new. No respect for the young, no respect for the old. We in them times. We in them real wake up times. And I'm about to start fighting. Fuck it. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. And we got to do so much studying where we winning convincingly. That's some good shit. I feel good, man. Kern G. Silkwood. These motherfuckers playing around with nuclear weapons that could wipe out a people. They not going in Montana doing that.
She put her life on the line for that. And that probably did do something, even though it didn't stop shit, because they still got nucleus.
Oh,
but it probably did something, and probably it made
the motherfuckers had to settle out of court.
Right, that, and it gave notice to the whole world.
And then they say that case got a lot of attention.
Dumb shit like this.
They say her case got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So she upset some people in high places.
Exactly. And they had to kick out that dough to her folk.
That's the cover up money. That 1.3, that 1.3 million, the 1.3 million was part of the hit money.
Yeah.
If they, you know, her mysterious death.
That shit happened, man. That should be crazy.
That's what they do.
Especially how they make these movies nowadays.
They do some corrupt shit, kill our leaders, because a lot of our leaders don't really have the true support of the people.
Nope.
So they out there on their own. They die. To keep this shit quiet, man. Here go your money. And like how we looked at the Sandra Bland shit.
Like him.
To be like the Sandra Bland shit.
You gonna be like him.
Nah, them look, yeah, shut that shit up. And then sometimes they get arrogant they'd be like, nah, no waste time. There are people not even listening to the shit.
Yeah. But that's when they studying you to make sure of that shit.
And that's what I get what Gil overall is trying to say. It go back to Gil. Gil not talking to them about we almost lost Detroit. He see that they don't give a fuck. He's talking about our political power with unity, with demand. But we can't even support the current G Silk Woods because we have no knowledge. Our people suffer from lack of knowledge.
Yeah, they don't do the shit now. With the shit that we got now. Then they use the shit that we do be having for and they do it the wrong way. Like when the cops was killing and shit and they riding and shit, man. I mean, it's other ways where you can use that energy. You feel me? In a more, now I ain't even gonna say really positive, but an
when I see that though,
way.
I think some of that shit be the government, bro. They ain't make that Purge movie for a reason.
Them niggas gonna get scared.
But you remember on the Purge where they had the government rigging the Purge?
Who day was it when we seen the new Black Panthers or something?
Yeah.
On the Sandra Bland
yeah,
joint.
man.
But nah, you heard what I was saying though? You seen the Purges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember they had the government acting like they purging, but they was just ruthlessly killing certain people?
Yeah, yeah.
Some of that shit, bruh, that fake ass riot shit that they try to say it's us rioting and fucking up shit. Even that shit that was in DC. The people body, they had their face covered up. The body language didn't even really look like the people that was from here.
Mm-hmm.
That shit looked government.
That's what they do. They pay niggas from North Dakota and shit like that. Come out this junk, go fuck some shit
They
up.
did that with Martin Luther King. When the riots with King, a lot of that shit was government to destroy our businesses.
Right.
And we never recovered. I read about that. They talk about how the Vietnamese, not the Vietnamese, the Koreans, I think in DC in particular, I forgot what book that was.
Used to be all black.
They talk about the Koreans came up and bought up the businesses after our businesses got destroyed. That they tried to say we did it. And a lot of us did play a part. Don't get me wrong. It was still the common man. But a lot of that shit was governmental. But anybody got some last things? Gil Scott Heron, we almost lost Detroit.
Shout out to the great Gil Scott. That nigga, legend.
And for y'all that don't know, Gil Scott Heron is the one, whenever y'all hear the term, the revolution will not be televised. That's his song. You know? Gil the great one. Kanye West sampled many songs from Gil Scott Heron.
That was a Kanye joint.
If you go listen to a Kanye produced song from Common called The People, he sampled We Almost Lost Detroit. Gil Scott Heron got another song called, I believe it's called Home Is Where the Hatred Is. Kanye sampled that, and Common is on that song too, when it's called On My Way Home. It might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. Great Gil Scott Heron.
Make sure y'all subscribe to that page, follow on everything.
Yup.
Send them songs in.
Send them requests.
Get them reviewed.
If people want to donate to the page, if y'all like the content, the PayPal in the description box, especially if you like the content. Share it on all y'all social media, especially the Gil Scott Heron fans. Let this circulate. Let the great win.